right, second one. Am I just recording them back to back? Am I just still wearing the same hoodie? Guess we will never know. But either way, happy you came back. Brandon, OIAS, host of Outsider Information. A little bit more coaching news. This is going to be a busy week. Bill Belichick has media availability today, and I am watching that one like a hawk. There will likely be an episode, a full episode that happens with that one. Ultimately, when and if the news that we think is going to happen drops sooner rather than later. But beyond that, Oregon State, they fired their coach this weekend. Sorry, I don't have the name, but 0-7 this year, 5-14 overall, getting a $4 million buyout. So yes, he will be financially fine. Always not really the point that I try to look at when it comes to this, but Oregon State is a mess because the Pac-12 is a mess and they got screwed over by realignment. And there's really not a whole lot of hope on the horizon either. Not really a great job, not a whole lot of resources. University of Oregon has a vice grip on that entire state, in a lot of ways the region. It's going to be a struggle, and we'll see how this pans out. It really takes a couple of good players, a good plan to get things back on track. We've seen it in other teams, but this is a problem right now for Oregon State, and it does not look good. Beyond that, UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham, Trent Dilfer also fired this weekend. Just not getting the results. I believe 9-21 in a couple of seasons being there. Trent was a great high school coach. That's how his profile elevated him to be at UAB, and he will likely go back there and be very successful. This new era of coaching is just difficult, and if you are a school that doesn't have all the resources, it can be even more problematic. The last one, though, was the WNBA. Chris coached Lanes, and I got that name wrong potentially, but the Dallas Wings fired him after one season, 1 year after getting the number one pick in Paige Beckers, getting the worst record in the WNBA for the second year in a row. This now means that every coach, except for one, has turned over in the WNBA the last 2 years. I called it a coaching graveyard. I do not back off that statement. They got a problem. They've got a problem either identifying the right coaches or just committing to them. Either way, it's not a good look, because if you are a quality coach, why would you go there? Why would you go and potentially risk getting fired publicly and having that mark on your career? WNBA has a problem. They're paying coaches money to not coach. They're struggling financially. They have collective bargaining coming up. There's some stuff that's off, and I'm very curious to see what that all means. So we'll there's really nothing more to monitor. All the coaches are gone and the season's over. The Aces won and Becky Hammon's not going anywhere. So anyway, that's that. There will maybe be more today. A lot of stuff's happening this week. So like, subscribe, engage. We will see you next time.